Nigerian comedian Meghan Markle has read of riots to certain people who have been disrespecting his personality. The father of two took to his Instagram, where he shared a lengthy message addressing the situation. I have come to realize that while it is not palatable in the sight of God to be raising your shoulders up or portraying that bossy attitude, it is most times what you need. It is most times what you need to earn the respect you deserve from some human beings, he wrote. The comedian revealed how his humble personality has been taken for granted by the unnamed people. The comedian did not reveal the names of the person or persons it was referring to in his post, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, honestly.
There's certain places that you have to place yourself on the pedestal where you are unreachable, untouchable, and because there's some people that don't like when you play around. Now, it happens to me a lot. Like, you know, I'm a jovial, playful person, and then I could be playing with, you know, somebody probably superior. I mean, inferior, not in a derogatory manner, like, but in terms of hierarchy, probably in terms of personality, in terms of class, in terms of education, in terms of, so it's not derogatory, it is just what it is, you get what I mean? But the moment you bring yourself down to the level and maybe you people are joking and you're just laughing, maybe you crack it, this guy, they mad. You they mad. I'm the kind of guy that will change it for you. Who they mad? Do you get that? Like, I know we're laughing, I know we're playing, I'm not uptight, but I feel like people should know their place certain times. But imagine I walk into the room, I don't crack the joke, I'm that bossy guy, and I actually place myself where I belong. Do you get, like, I don't think you have the audacity or the guts to tell me, this guy, they mad.
No, but personally speaking, yeah, from my point of view, is that people prefer to be feared than respected. People
of course. I'd rather be feared
than respect. But then again,
because fear comes with respect as well. If you fear me, you would respect me.
But most times they probably might not like you.
Me.
They probably might not like you, but because they fear you, they would still have to give you that respect.
Oh, okay, I forgot. I was wondering that who was going on here.
you said you should do the story in the accent.
I totally forgot.
Oh, you forgot.
Like, I was see the way I was looking at you, like, see the way this one. Okay, go on.
Okay, so personally, yeah, it's like when you bring yourself down to some certain people's level to associate with them, it's like when you
like Jennifer actually. You know when Jennifer went to London?
Okay, I'm gonna do the British accent.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so let's say you ask for some water from someone and you share probably the cup of water and they feel like they're...
You know the show is on Ben TV?
Sorry.
In the UK, they will come for you.
Sorry. So that's what I'm saying. No, but okay, you know, and there's a huge difference between respect and fear. Now, I feel like when you give somebody a handshake, they kind of extend to a hug, you know. It's like you play with people, you bring yourself down, you talk to some certain type of people and they feel like, oh, because you're now, you know, mellow, they now start taking advantage of you or something like that. Or let's say, for example, now you're 30 and let's say you start chilling with 22-year-olds and everything. Okay, you guys go to the clubs again and everything, and then you actually welcome them and you talk to them, and then they start disrespecting you, taking advantage of you, and then you have to remind them that, yo, for the fact that we're together, for the fact that I'm chilling with you, for the fact that we're hanging out and everything, doesn't mean you can still disrespect. Also know your place. You feel me? Like,
age
respect
is not
the fact.
number, though.
It isn't, but you still have to have respect regardless. You can't say, it's like saying, okay, you're marrying a woman of 20 years old rather, getting married to a man of 45, and you will not say, oh, age is not a number, so I don't have to give him respect.
Well,
you feel?
I think most of my recent friends, I'm not talking about the friends I grew up with, are younger than me. I have friends of 23, 24, 25 because of my kind of job, right? But at the end of the day, the respect is still there.
Exactly.
I don't see why any of them would want to disrespect me. In fact, when I call, they're like, you know, they accord you with the respect that you deserve. But that's me, right? That's because I know how to play the cards, right? And that's because I've learned. So I know when to draw the line. Me,
exactly.
I know they like
people should be able to know there are some boundaries that you don't just cross.
And I'm very petty. You know, I keep saying that. I'm very, very
we share
petty.
That in common.
If you offend me, I'm the type of guy that I'll not greet you tomorrow.
Me, I can't retaliate. That's just my own thing.
You get me? Like, I probably won't greet you and you say, hi, good morning. You get, and then I become so formal with you and you're wondering like,
it's like we can play, we can joke, but there's some, it's like you and I, we joke, we relate, we play. But I can't be joking with you and tell you, I better shut up, get out to Joe. That kind of, there's some jokes that you don't just, try and understand that for the fact that, okay, like for example, my mom and I, if you see both of us, you think we're sisters outside because we're so close. But there's some boundaries that I can't cross. I can't, because you've given me this leverage, I can't cross it. Even my dad, like there's some boundaries that I just cannot cross.
Imagine your father makes a joke and you say, this is my mad.
I will slap him on his head, bad boy, or something like that. Am I mad?
You slap him, you collect it.
I will reset that. Okay.
Of course, it's gonna.
But I don't really blame AY, because some people are like, oh, it's because his pride is pride. No, there's some things that you actually have to raise your shoulder up for. If not, people will keep disrespecting you. So I actually don't blame him. But I mean, yeah. That's it.
Alrighty, let's move on to the next story. I don't know if Belma killed the accent to me. I didn't know.
You told me to
at
stop
some point,
now.
She was sounding like Jennifer. Then she was now sounding like, I don't know.
But
you're now sounding like a colonial master. You're not even sounding British.
Mary Slessor. You can call me Mary Slessor. Mary Slessor.
I thought you said Slessor.
Slessor, the one that stopped the killing of Tesla.
All right, so one of Nelson Mandela's grandsons has slammed Meghan Markle for comparing a royal wedding to his grandfather's being freed from prison. Meghan said during a recent interview that someone once told her that the public reactions to a marriage to Prince Harry were comparable to the joy at Nelson Madiba Mandela freedom. Reacting to Mandela's grandson, said Meghan's wedding cannot be compared to his grandfather's freedom from prison. After 27 years, Madiba's celebration was based on overcoming 350 years of colonialism with 60 years of a brutal apartheid regime in South Africa. It said that South Africans dancing in the streets for his grandfather's release in 1990 after 27 years in prison was more important and more serious than Meghan's marriage to a white prince. All right, so I'm going to start this with people that, especially celebrities, that don't know the importance of getting free. And it shook me a bit because this is coming from somebody who has black race in her. Okay. Do you understand? Like, so I don't understand why you would not understand what 350 years of colonialism and apartheid in a country like South Africa, right? And Nelson Mandela, who was a freedom fighter, went to jail for 27 years, left his family, left all of that, got freed, and became the president. And then you're comparing it to your royal wedding. Don't you know that there's something called fake love? Everybody's just excited. Everybody likes love. Everybody likes good news. Everybody but it can't be compared to the reality that people and the hardship of people. So how do you even make such a statement? I don't know how such things come out of people's mouth.
I felt like that was very, very
disrespectful.
Disrespectful and insensitive. Like, maybe she might not have meant it that way, but that was how it came out. It's extremely disrespectful. And the people that are even say happy for you are the people that, okay, probably know that, okay, since you're in this position, I would be able to benefit this way, or let me get on the good side of the royal family, or something like that, or, oh, wow, he's finally getting, or something. I don't know. When I read the story initially,
well, it was a good look, knowing that a royal would go for an actress, especially, you know, everybody watched Suits, right? So knowing that a royal would go for an actress, you know, and they were so much in love, yes, you know, it was quite cool. But even Princess Diana, that's his mother, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she, what's it called? She also got married to an actor, so it wasn't like, to a filmmaker. So it wasn't like it was a brand new thing. It wasn't like it was something that was happening for the first time. Do you know how excited people were? That's why they had the whole paparazzis chasing after them and all of that. So at the end of the day, I feel like, man, that comparison was
and she's saying, I think if it's because of the statement, that the person per se said to her that made her feel like, oh, this is this thing. Now it's very insensitive because I don't know whether she doesn't probably
do you know, I said people miss their
yeah.
opportunities to actually lecture people.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you remember during the Chris Rock, Will Smith thing, and we said that was Will Smith's best opportunity to talk about alopecia.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So, like, if somebody had even said that, being a black woman yourself or having the
black heritage or something,
that was your time to say no, you don't do that.
Or was it that she didn't properly know about the history of Nelson Mandela?
Well, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Anyways, but I just feel like, man, this wasn't something that Meghan was supposed to agree to.
Exactly.
Not to talk of, you know, coming to say in a live interview. Like, that's really crazy. But anyways, big shout out to everybody who's endured hardship, everybody who's suffered, you know, colonialism, racism, and of course to the lesser minorities. Of course, to the minorities. What's lesser minority? Tautology. Anyways, of course, to the minorities out there and everybody who's fighting for something. Trust me, at some point you will definitely get it. Just keep doing you and keep pushing.